Welcome, Earthlings. First things first, I need to get something off my chest. I am no longer a straight edge vegan 18-year-old bodybuilder because I am a straight edge vegan 19-year-old bodybuilder. Now, truth be told, I actually don't care about birthdays that much. I just thought I would tell you guys so you didn't keep on thinking I was 18 forever. So yeah, I've been kind of busy with that, and one of my best friends came down from Washington. You'll see him later, but I didn't really have enough time for a full workout video or full day of eating, and since I'm so new on YouTube, I'm still getting a lot of questions, so I thought I would just do another Q&A video. So here is said Q&A video. I hope you like it. Alright guys, I've got my laptop right here, so let's answer some questions. It looks like most of them are about training and lifting, so I'm gonna start with those. Alright, so the first question is gonna be, how long have I been lifting? Now, I started exercising when I was like 10, doing body weight and parkour and gymnastics and stuff like that, because I saw Ninja Warrior on TV and I just thought that was so cool and I really wanted to get into that. And then freshman year came around and I joined the wrestling team at my high school, and I just wanted to bulk up and go up a bunch of weight classes. So I started lifting weights, going to the gym consistently, and yeah, now I'm too big for Ninja Warrior. But you have to be 21 to compete anyway, so I've got a couple years to slim down. I actually used to train with some of the guys who do Ninja Warrior at this place called the Tempest Free Running Academy back in like middle school, early high school, so yeah, that was cool. Okay, another question that I saw a lot was, how long are my workouts? I can get them done in like 60 minutes. Sometimes if I'm in a crazy rush, I'll do like a quick 45-minute workout, but it usually ends up being like 90 minutes, sometimes even longer if I'm just hanging out with some friends or goofing off, but yeah, I can get them done in 60 minutes. All right, next is, what are my PRs or 1 rep maxes for bench, squat, and deadlift? Now, I actually don't focus on these movements that much for a couple reasons. I'm not really much of a power lifter. I do want to start to get into it, especially after the competition, but up until now, haven't really focused on strength that much, just more of the 8 to 12 rep range, you know, it's like standard bodybuilding stuff. Anyway, the most I've ever benched is 315, and I hit that for 2 reps when I was like 16, maybe 17, but I was really bulky at the time. And the most I've ever squatted was actually like 275, I think, because end of freshman year or beginning of sophomore year, I don't remember, I messed up my knees because of wrestling. They're actually still not 100%. I have patellar tendonitis in both of my knees. I did do physical therapy for a little while. It kind of worked, but I didn't consistently do what I was told. And now I'm paying for it, but I'm trying to get them back on track. But yeah, no heavy squats for me right now. As far as deadlifts go, I just started getting into that. Again, it's kind of hard on the knees, but yeah, I started a couple months ago, and the most I've done now is 365 for 2, I think. And I know that's not much to a lot of people, but I'm just getting started on them, so hopefully I'll see a lot of progress soon. All right, the next question or comment that I saw a lot was regarding my arms. A lot of you guys want to know what I do to get my arms so big. And the thing is, I actually haven't trained my arms in about a year. I had this obsession with building the craziest arms, and I was training them almost every day. I'm not kidding, when I was 17, I got them up to 20 inches. Yeah, I was a little bulkier then, but still, they were completely out of proportion. My shoulders and chest were smaller, and my arms were bigger. It was just a mess. So yeah, I'm still trying to get them a little smaller. I feel like they don't quite match up to everything else, but we'll get there. As far as what I did to get them so big, I did a lot of heavy hammer curls and preacher curls. All right, the next question regarding fitness, more nutrition now, is, do I follow If It Fits Your Macros? And the answer is, kinda. I do think that macronutrient ratios are pretty important, especially considering a lot of people in the fitness industry think that they need half of their calories to come from protein. It's really important to me that people understand you don't need that much protein. Carbs are the body's preferred energy source. There's no denying it. That's what the body wants. And yeah, we do need some protein and some fat, but mostly carbs. So what I recommend is 60% of your calories to come from carbs, 20% protein, and 20% fat. And you don't have to hit the macros perfect every single day, just as long as in general you're getting about 60-20-20. But as far as if it fits your macros, I do think that hitting that macronutrient ratio with cleaner foods will be more beneficial than with junk. All right, the next question that I saw quite a bit was, do I follow intermittent fasting? Again, kinda. When I was on my cut, I would do the fasting maybe 3 or 4 days a week. As far as all the benefits that people say it has, like it boosts your testosterone, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but I do think it helps with calorie restriction. All right, so that is it for the fitness related questions. If you had one that I didn't get to, I am sorry. Leave it in the comments and I'll answer you on there, or I'll talk about it in a later video. By the way, this was the prototype for my shirts. I didn't like the way it turned out, so I just cut it into a tank. It does say my food doesn't scream, but the sides roll in because I cut it. But yeah, I didn't really like the quality of this shirt. It just feels like average. So the shirts I'm putting them on now are much better quality, really soft. So if you're interested, first link in the description. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to miscellaneous questions that I received multiple times. So here we go. The first one was actually about the stuff that grows on my head. A couple people were asking me how I cut my hair, how I style it, so here you go. If you live in or around Long Beach, please check out my cousin's barbershop. They're seriously the highest rated shop around. I will link it in the description. Alright, so this is my cousin. He is the one who hooks me up with the beautiful haircuts. So if someone wants my hair, what do they ask for?
High and tight, slick back.
High and tight, slick back. Alright, here I am styling my hair. Seriously, it shouldn't take more than a minute or two. All you gotta do is slick it back. So here's the final product. Pretty simple. The most important part is just getting a good haircut, specifically at my cousin's shop. Okay, the next question that I saw a couple times was about my tattoos and their meaning. I actually just got this one the other day. So here's some footage of that, along with the meaning behind some of my tattoos. Okay, I got the haircut. Now I'm gonna go get a tattoo actually with my best buddy, Rory. He is from Long Beach, but he actually moved to Washington, but he's down here right now. So yeah, gonna get some tattoos and have fun. Thanks to my man James for hooking us up. Does killer work. I'll link his shop and his Instagram in the description. Alright, so the crow was actually my first tattoo. I got it from my grandfather who passed away. The man on the boat actually represents me growing up and facing the world and realizing that it's not always easy. And the lighthouse represents my father because he's always able to shine a light on whatever situation, and he helps guide me in the right direction. Across my toes it says Worthwhile, which is one of my favorite bands, and actually had it written in the singer's handwriting. I just think it's a cool way to remind myself of their music, and if I'm ever feeling down, I can literally look down and remind myself that I am worthwhile. The one that I just got is another music-related tattoo. It's a broken shovel that represents the song Digging by a band called Vanna. Their music has helped me out through a lot, and they're just some really cool dudes, so I wanted to get a tattoo to remind myself of their music. Alright, the next question that I saw, which was kind of weird to me, was what is my job? Do I have a career? Am I doing school? What do I do with my life? Currently, I'm actually unemployed. I worked at a juice bar inside of an LA Fitness for like 2 years. It was my first job, so I just kind of got over it. I wanted to relax for a little, and I'm really good at saving, so I had just been living off of that for a while. I'm gonna start working at the gym again, probably just doing sales or something, I don't know, we'll see. As far as career goes, my real passion is music, mostly hardcore and punk, so there's not that much money in there. I just wanna find something that I can support myself with that's laid back enough so I can still play music. Okay, the next question is, what are my goals? Now for me, that's a loaded question because I have a lot of short-term goals and long-term goals and tons of goals in between. I guess a short-term goal of mine is just being present. I know it sounds super hippy-dippy, but for me sometimes it's hard to not worry about what's coming or what's gonna happen. So yeah, I would just like to be able to live in the now and not worry as much. But as far as not living in the now and like long-term goals, I'm not gonna lie, like financial stability is a goal of mine, just to be able to have my own house or something, not worry about where money is gonna come from. But most importantly, I just want to have a positive impact on the world. I think it would be cool to own my own animal sanctuary sometime. I've also had the idea of like opening up my own gym. Maybe I'll just mix the two and have an animal sanctuary / gym. I don't know. Alright, so that's it for this video. Again, if I didn't get to your question, I am sorry. Leave it in the comments and I'll either answer you down there or I'll put it in another video. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please let me know with a thumbs up. And if you did like it and you want to see more, then I would appreciate it if you subscribed. If you're interested, you can follow me on social media. Links are in the description. And again, if you like my shirt, you can get a better version of it at straightveg.com. Link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. Go veg!